Hi, I'm Kutski. I'm a UK-based DJ. I have a weekly radio show and I play up and down the clubs in the UK and around the world, playing hard dance and hardcore music. Pretty much everything that comes under the rave umbrella, I'll be playing it. And I'm here in Area 51 in Manchester, the underground club that is quite legendary, and you can see it's quite spooky and eerily empty at the moment because we're here to test out Pioneer's new CDJ900. First up, I'm going to show you Pioneer's Rekordbox software, which is basically a music library tool. So you can get sent all your digital music as everybody receives it these days, just throw it straight into Rekordbox and that'll keep track of all your stuff, almost like iTunes for DJs. Now, one of the really cool features about it is being able to prepare things for your set in advance. So you can be on a plane, a train, literally in your hotel room before the gig, and you can go through, work out where you want all your loops to be, set up your cue points, create playlists that you might want to use, and then simply export them to your USB memory stick, get into the club, drop it in, and then you can just get cracking on with playing the music, which is what it's all about. It takes the stress out of it almost. So I'm just going to give you a little guided tour through the system and how it works. As you can see at the top of the screen, you've got what looks like an emulation of Pioneer's standard CD player. And then below it is where all your music is and how you can browse it. So if you just kind of scroll through and you can pick the genre of music you want, then pick the artist, and it'll just narrow the list down each time, filtered. Once you find the track that you want, you simply drag it onto the CD player at the top. There you can see the waveform, and then if you just give that a little play. If you wanted to set up a loop, for example, you just simply hit the ins and outs. And then when you've got a loop that you're happy with, you simply hit the memory button and it'll store it on the side of the screen here. And then next time you export that playlist to your USB memory stick, it'll have all your loop information saved in there, so you just simply hit the call button, up pop all your loops, and you can just get on with DJing. Another really useful feature that I've found in the Rekordbox software is the history option. Basically, I do a radio show, and sometimes when you're caught in the frenzy of the show and you're playing as many tracks as you can and you're hammering through the text messages, you forget what you've actually played on it. So when it comes to doing the cue sheets at the end, sometimes you can't quite remember what you've played on it and you have to listen back to the show. But not anymore with this, because if you've played everything off your Rekordbox library on a USB stick, you simply put the USB stick back into the computer, it'll prompt you that there's a history on there, and then it'll show you the playlist of all the different sessions that you've played at, which is another little handy thing, because I tend to find it might be the weekend after a gig and somebody will come back and say, oh, what was that second tune that you played? That was absolutely amazing. I know personally I'm not going to remember what that track was, but with this you can look back, see what you played and keep everybody happy. So really useful feature.